You know what I've noticed? Most women walk through menopause thinking that they just have to deal with it. The hot flashes, sleepless nights, brain fog, anxiety, things that's just creeping in. And somewhere along the line, someone told you that this is just what happens when you get older. Let me tell you something. Suffering is not your birthright. I'm Dr. Tamara Beckford, founder of Truly Balanced Wellness Care. I help women in midlife restore hormonal balance so that they can feel like themselves again, clear, calm, and confident. See, your hormones run everything: your energy, your mood, your sleep, your memory, your metabolism. And when they're out of balance, your entire life feels off balance. But the good news is, you can fix it. Today, we're going to break down 7 lies women tell themselves in menopause and how they can keep the lies, keeping them tired, disconnected, and from the life they deserve. So if you're wondering, why do I feel like a stranger in my own body? Stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what's happening, and you can know what to do about it safely and effectively. All right, y'all ready? Lie number 1, it's just aging. We've been told that before, right? I guess it's just part of me getting older. But here's the truth. What's happening is not simply aging, it is imbalance. So your estrogen and testosterone and progesterone, they're shifting. They're just going up and down, up and down, up and down. And your body is trying to adjust without the support you need. So I know someone, right? They're like around 20-something-year-old female, and they're just like, I just don't feel like myself. Actually, she wasn't in the 20s. She was actually in the 40s. So we're checking the labs. And when you really sit and think about it, even though the cholesterol and her cortisol was elevated, her hormones were kind of out of balance, right? So you're in your mid 40s, and then all of a sudden you're just more tired, and you're trying to figure out, am I a candidate for hormone replacement? Or maybe it's just like, I'm just aging, right? I just have to go through that. No, 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 no. You don't have to go through that. You're not falling apart. You are evolving. And when we evolve, we need and deserve respect, right? So, yes, you're in your 40s. Yes, you look in the mirror and don't recognize that person there. You might be in your late 30s. It starts happening, right? But it does not mean that you need to stay in that spot. Because you're feeling this way right now doesn't mean that that's how you have to feel all the time, right? So there are ways to do something about it. But here's another lie that we tell ourselves. Here's another lie, right? Everyone feels this way. All righty, let's be honest. Why are we normalizing suffering? You and your friends, you compare your hot flashes and your war stories, and you laugh about the mood swings and the crazy up and down because everybody's exhausted. And we're all just laughing and struggling. But you know what? That does not make it normal. It means that we have failed. We have failed, right? We should not all be struggling. Now, you might have gone to your doctor, and here's the thing. I want this, get this through your head. Us doctors, we go through it too, right? So we get dismissed too. You're thinking like, well, you're a doctor, everybody go listen to you. No, because this thing, menopause and the perimenopause and the symptoms, it's been happening forever, but not everybody has been trained to deal with it, right? They haven't been trained to deal with it. So this, oh, my mood is up and down. And it's just like, oh, you and your girlfriend's talking about it. You go tell your doctor's like, but it's just a part of aging. You know what? I got something for you. Here's an antidepressant. Let's fix it with that. And you are told that the antidepressants alone, that's it. Come back in 6 weeks. Let's increase the dose of that antidepressant. But ignoring the fact that just because you're still having your period doesn't mean that you're not going through something where your hormones are up and down and the suffering still happens, even when you're having your period. So you're thinking like, well, technically menopause, 1 year, 365 days without a period, to have that one day where you're considered menopausal. But if you're having your period every month or every other month or so, and your hormones are just doing the jig like 80s dancers, up and down and spinning around, and you and your mood are just up and down and spinning around too to every fluctuation of the hormone, but nah, you're just depressed, really. So now you have to suffer through that and be placed on an antidepressant, but not get your other symptoms managed. There's so much more going on. And you know what? You deserve better than that. This is just how it is not the way we're going to go about it. You deserve to feel balanced and you deserve to feel relief, right? So I'm not going on to line number 3. I'm just going to push through it. I'm pushing through it. Now this one, it can get personal because as women and as professional, pushing through it is what we do. You're tired and exhausted, but you show up. You're anxious, but you still smile. You're in survival mode, and you know what you call it? Strength. But your body is a fool. Okay? So when all the stress hormone is going high, when your fight or flight is going on, when your estrogen and your progesterone is crashing, and for those of us with thyroid issues, if you don't even have that under control, your energy is tanking. Energy is tanking. I have come to realize that many people believe that on the other side of this, like, women, like we said, we congregate, we come together, and you talk about your symptoms. But you do it after the suffering, right? So there's so much that goes on before you even get to the point where you're telling your friends, like, oh my God, I've been going through this. Oh my God, I'm feeling this way. Because we're just pushing through. A badge of honor. Yeah, the badge of honor Olympics. Go ahead and suffer in the Suffer Olympics. Pushing through. Fatigued, can barely get out of bed, but you're just pushing through. Worked so hard to get this point in life, but you're just pushing through, right? Because you don't want to lose the confidence of those around you. So yes, you're worn out, you have no energy, you're getting up, you feel like you're moving through molasses, but you're just pushing through. We know that that's not how we're set to live, right? I don't know about you, but that's not the type of life that I'm going to live, right? You're only in your 40s, you're only in your 50s, you have 30, 40 more years of vitality left. Is this how you're going to go through it? No. So you don't need to push harder. You know what? You need to pause longer. Pushing through is what got you here. Restoring balance is what's going to set you free. So that was line number 3. Now we're on to line number 4. If I just eat less and exercise more, that's all I need to do. Okay, boo-boo. Okay. But we're just not going to ignore all of these other things that's going on and the imbalance that's happening, the estrogen and the progesterone that's shifting our metabolism. So you're there eating healthy, but you're still gaining weight. You're doing everything that you did before, right? There you go. Okay. That's right. Yes. 1, 2. Yep, that's right. We're getting it done. Eating healthy. That's right. I am a low-carb queen. I eat healthy. But why am I getting this fat around this area? Why is it that I'm exercising and now I've noticed that I'm having pain in the shoulder? Maybe I tore something. All of a sudden you're getting this bursitis. And you're like, what is a bursitis? Inflammation in joints that just start aching. And you're there saying, I don't understand. I am eating the same way I ate before. I'm doing all the exercises I did before. Things that just helped and kept me strong. And then all of a sudden, my joint ache. I'm having inflammation. I can barely get out of bed. But I'm still trying to be healthy. And you know what is the worst part about that? You go ahead and you get checked out, and guess what? A little bit of calcific tendonitis. Oh, it's just a little inflammation here. Oh, you might have torn that little ligament. Where did I tear it? Just by doing regular everyday exercise. I know some of y'all feel me because I know a lot of you have gone to the orthopedic surgeon. Those of you who have gone to a bone doctor, a specialist, anything to try to figure out what's going on with those joints, say I know, I know you have. And I know a lot of you have done so, right? So you're in pain and trying to figure out what's going on. And you know what's going on? Those hormones are imbalanced. So yes, you're exercising every day, and yes, you're still feeling sluggish. Yes, you're exercising every day, and yes, all of a sudden you can't. Why? Because your joints are inflamed. Yes, you tore this ligament doing something simple. But yeah. So is it the answer to say like, okay, no, I need to stop exercising? The answer is to balance what is out of range and what's imbalanced, and that's your hormones. We are just finding out how important estrogen is to the entire body, not just, for our ovaries and helping women. Estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. We are finding out how vital it is to almost every cell within our body. So yeah, you're still going to need some support. Yes, the exercise is important, but also we want to keep our strength and not have these little micro breaks because what? Because those hormones are out of balance, right? Hormones are out of balance. So keep yourself feeling stronger. Yes, you are going to need your estrogen, progesterone in there. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to stop blaming our body. I can't believe all of a sudden I'm so weak. And we're going to start to support it because the goal is not to shrink, but we're going to stabilize and improve, right? So I'm just being emotional. That's line number 5. I'm just being emotional. Well, let's talk about emotions. I'm too emotional. I'm overreacting. No. You are responding. So when those hormones are out of whack, the estrogen, the progesterone, the serotonin, dopamine, all the chemicals is just having a chemical-free day. And then you are feeling irritable. You are anxious. You're crying easily. That's not weakness. That's your body. All of a sudden, you're in the boardroom and you're overcome with these emotions. Now, here's the thing. You've worked so hard to get there. All of a sudden, you feel as if you don't belong there. Look around. All of those people that were there and you made it, and then all of a sudden, you don't belong. What's going on right there? Did you just suddenly lose all of this great strength and decision making? Did you also all of a sudden become weak? Did you? No, you didn't. It's not weakness. It is biology. So women are crying and they're apologizing for crying just to tell them, like, why are you apologizing for being human? You are humans, right? Your emotions is a sign and a signal that's telling you there's something going on. It is information that's being disseminated to you. It's your body saying, hey, something is off. Help me to rebalance. It's not saying crazy. It's saying that you are connected because you know something's wrong. You know something's wrong. And you know what? You being able to identify that something's wrong, that within itself is powerful. It's powerful. So, yeah, let's keep with the lies. Lie number 6, it'll get better on its own. It'll get better on its own. Here's the hard truth. Hormonal imbalance does not fix itself with time. Okay? What it does, however, it compounds with time. So when you ignore it, it doesn't go away. It spreads. Yes. Your heart, your bones, your brain, your metabolism, all over. Because all these parts of the body responds to hormones. It responds to hormones. So I've seen people are waiting 5, 10 years. Well, others have dealt with it before me. And so I'm just going to deal with it too. Man, I'm pretty sure if you sat down and really had a conversation with your grandmother, with your mom, with your aunts, with your cousins who suffered through all of this because there weren't any supplies and aid and meds and to help them. I'm pretty sure you will find that they were trying to figure it out because it's not just something that you just want to deal with. Everyone has been trying to figure out, how can I help to alleviate these symptoms, right? So, don't sit and think that, it's just something you just got to deal with and it's just going to go away with time. No. So hoping that it will pass, that's not going to work. Hoping it'll pass is not going to work. When you finally start to treat what's going on, we've had many women that are saying, oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. I've lost all this time. I should have done something about it. Now, I don't know if you want to be within that crew, but let's be real. Menopause is not a storm to survive, right? It's a season within our lives for where we are going to navigate what's going on. So what does navigation require? If you really think about it, it requires a guide. A guide. So when you're navigating, when you're moving through life, you are usually using a guide in order to get you from point A to point B safely, effectively, and efficiently. And therefore, if you really, really think about it, you do not have to do this alone. You can get a guide, right? Alrighty, lie number 7. These 7 lies. Lie number 7 that women in perimenopause and menopause often tell themselves, and therefore they keep themselves suffering, is, I can figure this out on my own. I can figure this out on my own. Okay, now let's talk about high achievers, because I know our high achievers in there. The researchers, the fixers, the ones who spent hours and hours online and, on social media, reading about this, reading about perimenopause. You're reading about menopause. You're buying supplements. You're trying to piece it together. You're saying, well, this influencer said that, and this other influencer said the other. Which one should I believe? Who should I truly believe, right? Now, here's the thing. Hormones are complex. We're complex human beings. As women, we're complex, right? There's so much going on. And even when we're finding out more and more research about our bodies and the intricacies of it. So when you are deciding that you want the support, it's important for you to be or with people whom you feel can get you a personalized plan. A group of people, or a clinic, a center, even a doctor, personalized doctor who can really work and help you. So it's not cookie cutter. It's not cookie cutter. It's not okay, I, made the appointment, but I can't get another appointment until XYZ time. You want personalized care. And if that is something that you are looking for, that will change everything. Having personalized care is an ace. It's like an ace card, right? So women will tell me like, oh my gosh, after really, really taking their health into control of the symptoms and getting the support, they're able to not only feel better, but there's a calmness, the confidence returns. You don't need another article. You've been reading your article, you've been scrolling. What you need is a partner to help in this process, right? So let's think about this. You've been told aging means decline. You've been told to just deal with it. You've been told to push through, to diet harder, stop being so emotional. I'm here to tell you that those were lies. You are not broken. The pain that you're feeling in those joints, it's real. So what, you went and you got tested and you went to the doctor and they couldn't find anything, but you still feel that pain. You're not crazy. And no, you're not too emotional. You are a woman in transition, and transitions need support. So if you are looking for some ways to restore hormonal balance through evidence based medicine, guided care that is personalized. Yes, you'll get the lab testing, the hormone replacement, but most importantly, you'll get that personalized support. Then contact us at Truly Balanced Wellness Care. Because when your hormones are in harmony, your life feels like it's in harmony. So if you're ready to stop guessing and start healing, visit us at Truly Balanced WC. That's Truly TrulyBalancedWC.com. That's where you'll find information about our hormonal balancing program. I'm Dr. Tamara Beckford, and I cannot wait to help you restore your energy, your clarity, and your peace. Remember, the truth will set you free, but balance will keep you there.